Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 17 of Europa Universalis as England. We're doing quite well now, despite me jumping into a war a little bit early and it being quite costly in terms of manpower and money. We are actually winning the war, which is really good. We intend to take Artois and also going to try and humiliate Burgundy, just because it'd be nice to get the additional power projection. We could turn around and go, well, let's grab a load more stuff, but we really don't need to, because at the end of the day, we are actually just playing as England, and I don't want to have another campaign where I'm just eating into the HRE, which is what I did in my French campaign. I actually want to be able to get down here at some point and start doing some stuff in Africa and start doing some stuff in India with the colonization. But obviously, as we had this opportunity to get France as a personal union partner, and as it's nice to at least try and make France quite monstrous, especially if we control them. Because remember, after 50 years of being in a personal union, we can actually integrate France, which means all of the French territory is going to be ours. So we are going to be very, very powerful again. Looks like France might be going down there to deal with the Papal State Army, although they are in the hills, so France are likely to have problems if they do that, although they may just be going to try and de-siege stuff. It wouldn't surprise me if they did. Very, very surprised it didn't just flip that province. No, they are engaging. Wow. I have a feeling, France, that you're probably going to come off worse on that one. No, they are stopping to de-siege. Okay. If it wasn't for the fact that I've already got some siege progress here, even though it isn't great. And yeah, I see what you're doing now. I'm just going to quickly tell you that that's not acceptable. Move you back. There is a Burgundian army. No, he's moving down. Looks like he's going to go and try and attack France. They have managed to reinforce quite heavily, which is a little bit annoying. 0% chance. We may be able to get... In fact, can we actually piece Flanders out now? Because I don't... Flanders, where are you? You have low war enthusiasm. So if I just go to Flanders... Oh, they're a member of the coalition. We can't even separate piece them. So there's no point me doing this. Except it will stop them being able to bring more troops my way. So I guess it isn't a terrible idea doing that. Obviously, if all their provinces are occupied... Ah, brilliant. Looks like the enemy actually engaged France in the mountains. Now, unfortunately, the numbers are really not going to be in France's favour. And again, I could go down there and try and help, but by the time I got there, I think France would be dead, so I'm not really going to bother. They are going to lose quite a few men, even though France are actually going to lose that battle. I think all in all, they're going to take some heavy casualties. And it means they'll leave me alone for a little bit longer as well, because while they will have to go off and recover their manpower, even though they win. They've got quite a good leader, and they're all splitting up, so that's not too bad. France did also manage to de-siege a province down there, so that's going to help out as well. We're at 33%. We lost a little bit of war score because of that, but it's not terrible. There's not too much point in sieging out members of the coalition anyway, because we can't separate piece them out, and I think we'll get more war score from occupying Burgundy, because Burgundy are the target of the war, as it were. Are you actually really going in there to try and attack the French army? You are, aren't you? I'm going to try and stack wipe the French. I'm not going to get there in time. I'm fairly certain of that. But I'm going to give it a go. France have got a few little units that they're going to try and throw in just to give it a little bit of extra time. I also am quite aware that there is a Papal States army moving up towards her as well. We did just get there in time. We actually won that fight before the Papal States got there. Now, they're still committed. So now they are the attackers and we're the defenders. Unfortunately, well, they are losing massive amounts of morale. We got a crappy roll there, which didn't help. The Burgundian army's about to send in a huge stack. I am going to retreat my army out to Calais and leave France to deal with that one. Sorry, France. But we've got a good thing going on here. I'm going to retreat and I'm going to save some of my men, save some of my manpower. Lose some ducats. Well, that's great. Didn't have any anyway. Let's get these guys across here, because it'll just bolster the numbers. I know these guys have got next to no morale. Soon as we've got Antwerp, and I'll move these guys down so we can get ready to jump on anything that might be causing a problem. Also, if it looks like we're going to lose a major battle, I'll... Well, you're now committed, aren't you? If it looks like we're going to lose a major battle, I might just peace out and not do the humiliation thing. Let's just actually see what we could get from them in a peace deal at the moment. So if I wanted, for example, Artois, that is the war goal. And if I also wanted to humiliate you, they wouldn't accept. But we could just peace out and take Artois, which is the war goal. I really, really don't want to lose this siege. Let's group you up. Detach a siege. We'll move you into Rethel. And for you, we'll detach a siege. We'll move you into Rethel as well. So Burgundy's going to get the drop on us. But they do have the penalty. And I should be able to reinforce quite well. I do have a... No, that Milanese army actually went round. I thought they were going to come in here and try and get the drop on us. Luckily, the Papal States aren't actually trying to help this army out, which is very good. And that'll be another battle won. I'm glad I made that decision. Great, fantastic. I'm going to keep these guys here just so they're central. And then that means that I can... Right, because these guys... Oh, no, there's another stat that's decided to come in here. I've got a feeling that was tactical, and that was done just to keep me busy while they go in and try and attack these guys up here. But that's fine. Yeah, they are attacking. That's not good. Because now we're probably not going to get there in time, but I'm going to try. There we go. Takes a few ticks for it to actually allow you to start the move, because you have to wait until the previous battle has been over for one day. You can't just move instantly. We might just arrive there in time. There are quite a few units around buzzing in single stacks, which aren't a huge threat to me. I'm not too worried about those. Getting the humiliate would be nice, but it's not the it's not my primary goal here. We've almost got Burgundy as well. So let's group up here again and... Well, let's just stay there, actually. We'll just stay there for a little while because we're at 42%. I know that they don't have enough there to unsiege Rethel, so we're fine. They are sieging down Paris, but that's okay. Come on, let's just hurry up and get this... let's go ahead and do a consolidate here as well. Got no manpower and we're spending a huge ton of money. I'm not going to go ahead and build a load of mercenaries. I don't think I need to right now. France are possibly going to win that fight down there. There we go. We've got Antwerpen. So let's come through here. Get a few one stacks as we go. Looks like Milan are going up there to go and try and de-siege something, but I'm quite happy to swing back and get another free one-stack kill. So let's go back up there. France won their battle. Fantastic. We've won the siege of Luxembourg. Let's get these guys into Barra and start sieging that out. So let us go up here. Now, is there anywhere we can get into Paris without having to cross a river? Picardy... if we go in through Alencon, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this army. We're going to move down there to Alencon, and then we're going to jump in from this side, because that way we won't get the river crossing penalty. Although they have a 2 maneuver leader, we have a 1 maneuver leader. Yeah, so we're going to go in from this way, because there's no river crossing penalty for going in from this direction. Looks like France are going to get beaten by a 3-stack there. Unless France get some very, very good rolls. They were just unfortunate to be jumped on when they had very, very low morale. Not too bothered about something being sieged here, because if we can kill this stack, it will reset that siege anyway. France did actually win that battle. Fantastic. We're up to 49% war score now. Okay, so you guys are now going to go in here. So we won't get a crossing penalty for that. That's fine. Still doing some blockade up there. That's alright. Now, we do have a leader. They have a leader. They may break that siege to come and help. Things are going well. I see Burgundy's moving some units towards us. They're possibly coming in here to try and jump on these guys. Austria's pieced out. You bastards. I think we'll be okay. To be fair, though, Austria won't really be all that useful anyway. Milan want peace. White peace from Milan. Fine, let's get rid of Milan. Milan are now out of this. It's less people to be fighting. So we've won that battle there as well. Where are you heading to, Namor? Let's go in there and just flatten you. Oh, we actually got... I didn't realise that Burgundian stack was there. That was a little bit silly on my part, because I've just ended up jumping on a Burgundian stack with less... much less than full morale. Although it looks like I may actually win the battle. Well, that was both lucky and unexpected. It wasn't even really what I was aiming for, but... These things will de-siege automatically. That one won't, apparently. It should do, because it's got Paris next to it, but I suppose... Yeah, I don't know why that's not working. I suppose that's the way it is supposed to be working. Let's have a look now if they would accept our peace deal. We don't need to lose any more money and any more manpower. They would accept the peace deal. I doubt we can get anything else out of you, like war reparations or anything like that. Oh, we get war reps as well. Brilliant. What about money? So I'm going to take all your money. I'm going to humiliate you. I'm going to take war reparations. And I'm going to take Artois. Probably can't really take anything else from you easily. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's unpause. So, let us grab all of our army. Well, I've only got the one, really. You're going to get here. We'll heal you up, start getting rid of mercenaries, blah, 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 all of that stuff. Conquer Artois, we've completed our mission. That'll recover our manpower and prestige. That means we lose a CB, and Burgundy no longer considers us to be a rival. Manpower needs to recover. I completely agree. Let's go and take that mission there. We need to core Artois. 189 admins, not terrible. But let's go ahead and do that. Now, we know we have a lot of missionaries. We have a lot of war exhaustion. War exhaustion is Diplo power. I'm going to buy that down twice. I'll leave the rest of it to burn away. I'm actually going to leave some of you guys in Artois just to make sure that we get the local rebellion risk down. We're also going to go in and turn all the forts off because we need to save some money. So Burgundy's no longer a valid rival for England, which we figured that might well happen. So who is going to be a valid rival? In fact, at the minute, our only rival is Morocco. Well, our only enemy is Morocco. We can either rival Castile or the Papal States. I think at the moment it's going to be the Papal States. Not really a lot of point rivaling Castile. They are technically an ally at the moment. Our power projection is good. Oh, another good thing as well, because I've... used the patch and we're now on 1.13. I get an extra diplomat because I'm a kingdom. So kingdoms start with 2 diplomats. Duchies start with 2 diplomats. Kingdoms start with 3 and empires start with 4. So it's nice that we get an extra diplomat. We need to revoke our embargo against Burgundy because they're no longer against us. We could embargo the Papal State, but as we don't have any real trade power down where the Papal State is, it's a little bit pointless. Let's go ahead and dock the heavies. And what do we have down here? We have 2 more lights. We can get these lights to... what do we have in terms of our naval? We can have a few more, actually. So let's go ahead and get 1, 2, 3 more lights. And then we can get them all as part of the trade fleet. Still not doing great on legitimacy. Power projection is quite good, though. We are actually over the 50 now. Which still isn't brilliant. But it's definitely going to help. Right. As for you guys, we don't really have any manpower, although I would like you to try and reinforce some of those units. Let's split off the mercenaries. I'm going to go and move all the mercenaries to another province, just so I know where they are. So we've got 13 groups of mercenaries there. That's not too bad. Oh, forgot these guys. They're over here as well. Let's get them out of there. Let's move you to Picardy, and then we can split you up into mercenaries and normal units. I guess I could be sucking up with a few people. Castile, let's keep sucking up with you for the time being. I'm sure we will end up at war with them at some point. Improved relations is actually quite low, so let's go ahead and improve relations with you. Also want to keep Austria happy, if they're not already. Improve relations 52. Let's go ahead and improve some relations there. What I want to try and do at some point is declare war on Brittany, because I'm not going to be able to take them diplomatically. But at the moment I have a royal marriage with them. It's easy enough to break the alliance, but we can't really break the royal marriage. They certainly still wouldn't take vassalization because of the economic tax base difference, which is kind of going in the right direction, but not enough. There's still 38 points between us, so That's going to not really happen. Heavies, you should be being mothballed. And when we get some money, I may well go in and build 3 more just to make it up to 10. Also, what I want to do is put down my army maintenance a little bit. There's no point having the army maintenance at full anyway, because we don't have enough manpower to actually allow that allow them to reinforce at full speed. Could we get a better military leader? Discipline or morale of armies? Yeah, neither of which really needed at this point. What do we like on techs? We are ahead of time on everything, and we are not massively close to getting our next idea group, or getting our next idea in a group. But we are ahead in all of the techs, which is good. So let's go ahead and split off the mercenaries here. The mercenaries can go ahead and move into this stack. Normal guys can go ahead and move into this stack. Now, unfortunately, it's very hard to let your manpower recover when A, your armies have already taken a lot of damage, and B, you've also got a lot of mercenaries that you need to repair. Just going to merge up the mercenaries, or make sure they consolidate, because the fewer mercenaries I have, then the less money I'm going to have to pay each month to maintain them. I don't want to disband them, because there may well be another coalition soon, and also, remember, we have this issue because France is our subject, that they, I mean, their liberty desire at the moment is next to nothing. But they may get a higher liberty desire later because of the relative power. At the moment, though, we're supporting loyalists, which has given us another minus 20%. I'm going to go ahead and disable that. Put some up to a 27% liberty desire, but it saves me quite a bit of money. And we do have some loans to pay off. In fact, how many loans do we have to pay off? We have... Oh, we only have 1 loan. We have 1 loan. That's not too bad. We can't pay it yet, but at the end of this month, when it ticks over, there we go. We should now be able to repay our 1 loan. Fantastic. We're now debt-free. Good stuff. So, what do we want to do next? I mean, obviously we want to try and make sure we do stay ahead in terms of tech, because we want to get our next idea group. Possibly take expansion ideas or exploration ideas, which we could then use to go and colonize. So if we take expansion ideas, we do start with a colonist, and then later on we get the quest for the new world. Or we could just go for expansion ideas. Expansion ideas would give us a colonist, and it would also give us a merchant. So either of these are particularly good. I mean, expansion ideas is quite nice because you get the global trade power and you get the improved shipyards time. Do I really want to go and do the American stuff, though? That's the problem. I'm not necessarily sure that I want to do that. Global tariffs is good, though, as well. That's more for colonists. I think expansion ideas is better if we want to go and do the East India companies, but I think we'll take expansion ideas first anyway, because we don't have an admin idea group, and there's no point just having all Diplo all the time. Minus 10% artillery cost. That's actually quite good. What do we have in terms of artillery? We have 5. It's not a huge number. We can go ahead and grab a couple more. We might as well do it while they're cheap. So let's go and grab ourselves a couple more artillery. Why not? So that's going to help things out quite nicely. Still don't have all of those light ships yet. I'm actually just going to get these guys protecting trade straight away. Not create new unit. That's totally the wrong button. Where are we protecting trade, actually? We are protecting trade in the English Channel. So we want you guys to protect trade in the English Channel. There's so much money from it. What are we getting from trade, actually? 20 ducats a month, almost. So that's quite good. No one's embargoing us. We're embargoing Morocco, which, again, is probably a little bit pointless, because I don't actually think that they have any... we don't actually have any real trade power down in their nodes, so that's not going to make a lot of difference. Certainly weakened Burgundy up quite a bit now. We are going to have to fight Castile at some point. Are Aragon still under... Yeah, Aragon are still in a personal union with Castile. I wonder if we were to go to Aragon and support their independence. They won't do it, because they're actually loyal towards Castile. Wow. So it looks like Spain will form, unfortunately. What about Portugal? How are you guys these days? You are defensive against me. Do we have a relationship with you? Yeah, we actually have an alliance with you. Let's go ahead and improve relations. Would be nice if we could get you friendly again, especially if we do go to war with Castile. Having you on our side would be quite useful. Although we'll probably will end up going to war with Portugal later anyway, especially if we're starting to compete for provinces down in Africa. That's very, very likely that that's what's going to happen. Let's go ahead and merge all of these guys up in Essex. So we'll keep saving up some money. We are going to want to produce some more ships. Let's send you back to the English Channel. What is our ship limit? We can have 3 more. I guess I could just go and get those 3 heavies, and then that'd be a nice round number. So I think we will do that. You guys move. Oh, you can't even move yet because your morale is so low. Oh, you can now. So let's move you guys into there. How's the coring going here? It's quite slow. January 1504, so it's still going to be a couple of years before this core is done. There's a fair bit of unrest here as well, but that's fine. We're not taking any attrition here. Supply limit is good. Supply limit's 32, so that is fine. What is our actual force limit? We're actually over our force limit by 1 here, so let's start kicking out mercenaries. So we want to, oops, select this guy, create new unit. Move you out, select and disband. That'll save us some more money. Trying to make sure that I stay at my force limit all the while, because that will reduce the chance of France wanting independence. Got to really keep my eye on that. Shame we don't get anything up here in the outliner, actually. Provinces, human players, rebel factions. Yeah, it'd be really nice if the outliner had something that would show you the liberty desire of subjects. Gain some money or gain 10 prestige. Money's easy to get, prestige isn't, so we'll take the free prestige. And that will help us in the personal union as well. Also gives us more yearly legitimacy. Cheaper mercenary cost, which I think is... I think the cheaper mercenary cost also affects them... also affects the maintenance, not just the hiring, so that should work. We've dropped below 50... power at the moment, 50 power projection. So what I might do is just quickly bring back my diplomat from Austria there, and then we'll go and insult Morocco, and that'll just push us back up, because having at least 50 power projection gives us an extra 1 power point in each of the three things. So we get an extra admin, diplo, and military power point per month. So if we go ahead here and send an insult to Morocco, because they're our rival, we go back up to 54. There's no point insulting everybody because the insults don't stack. So if you have 3 rivals and you insult all 3 of them, it doesn't do any more than insulting just one of them. And remember, if you do insult somebody, you are giving them a CB against you. So let's go back to improving relations with Austria. Not too sure how much more can be done. It's at 80. So it could be a little bit higher. But we're still allies. We are still 1 over our diplomatic relations. The main problem there is Brittany. Once that royal marriage ends, and it will end at some point, once that royal marriage ends, we will then go to war with them. Now, we don't currently have an alliance with Austria, come to think of it. That's because they peaced out early. Would they still accept an alliance? They would. So we'll go ahead and reoffer the alliance to Austria. Anytime you like. When's it going to be? Oh, unable to create an alliance as we have annulled treaties. Oh, I didn't realise that. They pieced out. They actually had to annul their treaties with us. Well, we'll still keep them friendly. Royal marriage offer from Portugal. Yes, I think we'll keep that going. I assume that was Portugal's ruler just died because mine didn't. And I thought we had a royal marriage before then. Almost certain that we did. So we can't get our alliance with Austria back, which is a little bit of a pain. But I think the only person we're really going to want Austria to help us with is Burgundy. And obviously Austria have a truce with Burgundy and vice versa. And that truce is going to end around the same time that the annulled treaties ends. So we should be able to re-ally Austria before it's time to go to war with Burgundy again. So that actually works out quite nicely. I did say I wanted to go ahead and build 3 more heavies, and that is still the plan. It takes a long time to build heavies, but we're not in a rush for them. So let's go ahead and build them down here, and then we'll be at our full limit for that. So we're at 3 stability. We are gaining some manpower, although it is taking quite a bit of time. Now, the weird thing is, with the mission that tells you to... Where is it? The mission says to have your manpower at least 90%. If I was to get involved in a war, we would instantly fail that mission. However, if I actually just use my manpower to build more troops, we don't. So, as I don't want to run out of manpower completely, but I will go in and just build the occasional couple of units. Rebel Uprising, it's these Burgundian separatists. Still about 6.1 years before it triggers. May go down a little bit once we actually manage to core the province, which is getting there. I mean, January 1504, so we're only just about a year away from getting that core there, so that's not too bad at all. As soon as we get these 2 new units, we'll go ahead and disband a couple of these mercenaries, just to even things out a little bit there. New technology, which is our admin tech. We are still ahead of time at the moment, so we're going to save it. We're not quite on our cap yet. But we also don't have any admin idea groups either, so we will definitely be spending it on tech. I wanted to check the religion. We're up to 70% reform desire, which is nice. Let's have a quick look and see if there are any... Yeah, so the Reformation hasn't started yet, which is still fine. There's no Protestants or Reformed nations around. We're also saving up quite a bit of papal influence. It would be nice if we could actually get it up to 100 before it's time to flip, because then we could gain another mercantilism. And that'd be really, really nice. I've got no desire to become the papal... Oh, something just changed there. I've got no desire to become the papal controller, so we'll just hopefully save up and get enough power to be able to do that. We also need to take Scotland as well. We still can't vassalize them, and again, that's going to be the economic tax base. That's fine. Recall the diplomat from Austria. Let's keep sucking up to them. Maybe we'll be able to grab them at some point. I just want to keep things friendly with them. Improve relations is at 52. I mean, we'll probably have to take them militaristically at some point. But that is probably a good place to end the video. We've won our war, we've gained some extra land, we've humiliated our enemy, we've started to rebuild our army. So things are looking good in general. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Europa Universalis IV. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.